Is this combo Drex flexing? Yes. Is it still fun? You betcha. Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, bringing you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And today, boy, do I have a combo challenge for you. Before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, LMF Props, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work they do to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. So, I'm super excited about this combo. Why am I super excited about this combo? Well, to be honest with you, it feels like the danciest thing I've come up with in a while. It reminds me so much of some of the warm-up combos that I used to do in my modern dance classes back in the day. And it has something that is very, very rare among poi combos in general, and more specifically the poi combos that I write. It has a sense of momentum to it. That is, as it travels, it feels like things kind of mesh into each other and continue the momentum going back and forth. And when the momentum does stop, you really, really have to mean it. So I think that's pretty cool. It also means that it's going to be a challenge for those of you that don't have much of a dance background. But fear not, I will tackle both the poi as well as the dance side of things, so you can just do one or the other, or both if you so choose. Okay, so tricks that you're going to need for this combo include, you're going to need to have your vertical snakes under your belts. In addition, it's going to be really, really helpful if you have that basic hybrid from back in the COVID-19 introductory series that I did. Plus which, you're probably going to want to know how to do your reverse weaves. You're going to need to have your stalls, of course, and you are also going to want to be able to do extensions, basically in split time opposites as you're doing shane steps and everything. So the entire week that I did of learning how to do shanes and different poi turns and everything from that COVID-19 series is going to be a huge help here. So I'm going to show you the combo at full speed and then break it down for you step by step before showing it to you again in slow motion. Oh my goodness. So I know it seems like a lot. The actual combo itself is only like 15 or 16 seconds long total. So it's definitely not the longest combo that I've written. It just has so many different tricks and transitions that are built into a very, very narrow window of time. So I'm going to break this up into two parts and give you just the poi and then just the footwork, and we'll see if we can put them together by the end. All right, so the poi basically starts off by doing these vertical snakes that I always think of this in my mind as being the G. That is the British poi spinner who is very, very fond of body tracers and plane shifts and everything like that. So basically, you're just going to do two of these vertical snakes right here. You're going to have your right hand go behind and then your left hand go behind. And then as your hands come down and around to your sides right quick and everything, you're going to bring your poi inward as though you're going to do a flower petal, right? You're not going to do a flower petal. This is going to turn into a plane change. So when you have those two poi pointing inward towards the center, basically this is going to turn into a moment where you start turning with them and basically doing like horizontal flowers. You're going to be doing like in-spin flowers. So think that the moment when the poi are pointing inward is like a petal, and as you go around, you're going to have one petal facing away from the camera. You're going to have another petal facing towards the camera. Yeah. I think we only like do one full kind of revolution of this. So think that it's facing away and facing towards, and then at the end of that, then you want the poi to come back to facing each other and kind of pendulum out, because the next thing we're going to need them to do is going to involve treating them like they're on the outside rather than the inside of our movements here. Okay, so your next move is basically going to be that your left hand is going to come around and do a really, really big arc past your right hand. Your right hand is just going to sit there doing a static spin and everything, right? This, of course, is that first hybrid that we played with back in the COVID-19 series. The trick is that you're only going to do this once. That is, your left hand is going to sweep past your right hand just that one time, like you're, doing that Pete Townsend windmill guitar move in Bob O'Reilly and everything. After you go past it once, you're then going to let your left hand come underneath your right hand, and that takes you into a reverse weave. Now, the trick is, when you enter into that reverse weave right there, boom, that turns you around to face away from the camera. So once you've faced away from the camera, you're going to get your right hand free, and it's now going to sweep past your left hand. It's that same hybrid, but you switched which hand is doing what. Now it's the right hand doing the extension, and the left hand that is doing the static spin. Please make sure that your poise stay in split time, same direction the entire way through this. Now, once again, you're going to have your right hand sneak underneath your left hand, and that's going to be kind of your prompt to turn your entire body, yeah? So think of it as being left hand sweeps, weave to turn, right hand sweeps, weave to turn, yeah? Okay, so after that second weave to turn, we have a little moment where we're going to do a split time, same direction stall, where the right hand goes up and the left hand goes down. Boom, and we're going to turn with that once, and then the second time, we're going to do this little thing wherein when I come back to face the camera, my right hand is going to come around to do an up stall and everything, and I'm going to kind of like do a little static spin with my left hand to make it stall down, yeah? So that winds up looking somewhat like this, where I do the stall, stall, and then come around, yeah? So from this place where I have my left hand poi down and my right hand poi up, I'm going to switch this into spinning split time opposites, yeah? You can think of it as being that you're going to pull around your right hand forward and your left hand reverse. You're going to get in one beat just kind of hanging out there and everything, and then you're going to take that around and do a couple turns around with it and everything. You could do that as like a pirouette, or if you wanted to, you could kind of like do it in place, or you could take it as like a chaîné step, like so, right? Either which way though, you're doing a complete turn with your body to the left, and you're gonna wind up with your entire body looking back towards stage left here, and you get your right hand poi up and your left hand poi down, yeah? Now to finish up the poi part of this, basically, once that right hand poi lands, you're gonna let it just drop, and then you're going to sweep it around back over to your right hand side and wind up with your two arms out to the sides and the poi hanging beneath them. And that's it, actually. Let's talk through the poi from the top, yeah? Okay, so we're going to have the vertical snakes going up with the right behind, up with the left behind. We come around and do a horizontal flower around, do the hybrid weave, do the hybrid weave, and stall, stall, bring it to a stall, one beat. We go all the way around, up, down, and out. And that's the complete combo, at least where the poi is concerned. Which means now we have to learn the footwork. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to need to do is what's called a pas de beret or grapevine step. This is what goes underneath those body tracers. I'm going to start right here with my right foot in front and my left foot behind. I'm going to cross my left foot over my right and then open up. I'm going to cross my left foot behind my right and then open up, yeah? That in itself is basically a pas de beret step, just like signed, sealed, delivered, right? Now the trick is from here, we got to switch over into a chaîné. And if I'm not mistaken, the way I usually do this then is I will take another step behind with my left foot, open around behind, step around with my right foot, and open back in front, yeah? So then that whole section winds up being left in front, open, left behind, open, left behind, around, and around once again, yeah? And now we start to pick up a little bit of steam. Namely, I'm going to do a little like trot where I have my left foot like kind of trying to go catch up with my right foot, and my right foot is just going to like kind of push forward and everything. After I've done that, I'm actually going to pick myself up with a little bit of vertical momentum, and I'm going to bring my left foot up to meet my right knee, and that's going to turn me around. I'm going to do that trot once again, shuffling right foot to left foot, and pick myself back up with my right knee, boom, to come around and face the camera again. So that whole section is trot and turn, trot, and turn. Yeah? Cool. So now we finished traveling to stage right by doing another quick chaîné step. That is, I'm going to reach my left foot back around behind me, and as I come around, I'm actually going to bring things to a stop by kind of crushing my body together and bringing my right knee up in front of me like, ugh. I'm just going to like kind of do everything I can to bring this to a rest and everything, right? Once I have done that, it is time to begin working my way back the other way. I'm going to step back with my right, back with my left. Going to do another chaîné, so my right foot is going to come around and my left foot is going to come around, and I'm going to cap things off by bringing up my right foot, place it down, and working it around in a little circle down on the ground in front of me. We call this a rond de jambe, right? So the end of that part of the footwork basically looks like, from the place where I had just finished turning and everything, I have my chaînés, put it up, chaîné back, right leg up, down, and around, yeah? Let me talk you through that from the beginning of the footwork. Okay, so I start this off by crossing left foot in front of right, open, left foot behind right, open, left foot behind right again, uncross to the back, cross to the front, step out with my right foot, I trot, left knee up, I trot, right knee up. I reach my left foot around behind and bring my right foot up, my knee, I come back, it's going to be left foot around, right foot around, left foot around. I'm going to pick my right foot up, touch it to the ground, and rond de jambe around, back to face the camera, yeah? All right, let's try doing that with the poi. All right, so step by step through the footwork. Let's first talk about that little, our little grapevine step here. Now the thing is whenever you take one of these steps around and everything, it automatically tilts your body in a certain way. Use that as a guide for where the poi ought to be going too. When I step that left foot out in front, it automatically puts my right shoulder back away from me. That means that that's going to be the hand that's going to go behind in those vertical snakes. When I open up, that is me coming out, and then when the left foot goes behind, that is my left hand going behind for the snake. And then when I step out, once again, it's hands out to the side. I do that little flower petal as my left foot goes behind, open to the rear, turn around and step out as the poi comes to a stall back in the middle and everything. I'll show you what that looks like with the poi here. That winds up being, I step left forward, open, right forward, open, left behind, out and around, and we're ready to go to the next step, yeah? So, as those poi come together and everything, I trot, left knee up, trot, right knee up. I come around and left reaches behind, and I bring the right knee up as the right poi comes up, yeah? From here, I put the right foot back down, and I get in a single beat with the poi, and I step back with the left, going around right, around left, right foot up, the right foot drops as the poi comes down towards the ground. They both sweep around back to stage right. So all that together in theory, I go left in front, out, right behind, out, I come around, trot, knee, come around, stop, rebound, around and right up, down, and back to the side and everything, yeah? So one quick note here is that I do want to see momentum kick in. That is, as you're coming around in those chaîné steps, it should automatically translate to going into those trots and those jumps and everything, yeah? This really should feel like one continuous sentence rather than individual words strung together, if that makes sense. Awesome, so let's take a look at that again in slow-mo so you can see it at full speed with all that momentum in its glory. So, I know that this is a lot, but I really, really like this combo. I like the sense of movement and momentum that it has, and the way that it feels like all of these things kind of flow into each other. I'm actually using this as a warm-up combo right now, believe it or not. I'm taking it both across stage right and across stage left, just because it is becoming a great practice for me to even out each side of my body and be able to do the same transitions going both ways. Your mileage may vary. If you want to show me your version of this combo, and that could be either just the poi or the poi plus the footwork, it's totally up to you. Please post that to Instagram and use the hashtag DrexFactorPoi. I would love to see your hard work. If you want, you can also post your video to your stories. Remember, if you do this at full speed, it winds up being right about 15 seconds, so it's pretty perfect. Do make sure to tag me. I am at DrexFactor on Instagram. I will make sure to copy your video to my stories so that all of my followers can see your hard work. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, both to help other people find this video as well as to help my channel grow, both of which I would appreciate. And of course, a huge thank you, because this video would not be possible without the kind contributions of these amazing folks right here. These are my Flow patrons on Patreon, and they, along with all of the other wonderful people that are listed down in the description of this video, make this video and all the videos on my channel possible. If you would like to sign up to help support my mission to bring flow arts to the entire world and give people permission to move, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and signing up. You can get early access to all of my content, as well as a say in what topics I tackle in the future. Plus which, I upload some cool behind the scenes stuff and some extras there, so do check that out, please and thank you. What did you all think of this combo? Too difficult? Too easy? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you have suggestions for tricks that I could work into future combos. If you happen to have a favorite that you'd like to see me use and everything, I would love to see it. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourselves a great week. I will be back with you Monday with a brand new video. Have a good one and take care of yourselves. Peace.